Okay, so today we're going to talk about attribution settings. I think most people just use the default 7-day click, 1-day view on Meta, which isn't bad. It just depends on your business. But we talk about 3 different scenarios where you should look at maybe testing different attribution windows, and I'll give you 3 examples. So the first scenario we go through is if you're increasing your ad spend, but your sales aren't increasing, and why you should look at attribution windows as a possible fuel for what's happening. Because remember, the attribution window is not only a window, but it's also the way Facebook optimizes the ads, whether it's 7-day click, 1-day view, 7-day click only, or 1-day click only. So again, scenario 1, if you're increasing your ad spend, but your sales aren't increasing. Let's see what I'm talking about. Okay, so scenario 1, we talked about if you're increasing your ad spend, but the sales don't increase. So part of the reason is you're not getting any incremental new sales. So if you look at the conversions by attribution settings, which you just go to the tools, and this is in the reporting section. So for this campaign, you can see in the last 7 days, I spent almost 22,500, 196 conversions, but 92 of them are 1-day view throughs. And for this campaign, I have the 7-day click, 1-day view default attribution. So you're still getting a good amount of 7-day click conversions, but almost like 46% of the conversions are 1-day view, which likely is the most incremental. And if I go back to the week before, you can see that I basically doubled the budget on this campaign. So the previous week, about 14,000. I should have looked at this actually last week, that the 1-day view throughs were so high. I probably wouldn't have doubled the budget if I'd seen that. But it just makes sense now that as I increase the budget the next week, view through conversions, I mean, it's expected the ROAS would go down when you're kind of scaling so aggressively, but this was what was surprising, and basically saw that the actual sales for the brand didn't increase. Even sales of the SKU didn't move. So this was all probably non-incremental. And another way to look at it is, since this is an advantage shopping campaign, you can look at the audience segments or the breakdown. So if you go to audience segment, it's going to show that, yeah, this was a problem, that almost 50% of the spend is going to an engaged audience, the way I've defined it, where I've added anyone who's been to the website in the last 180 days, added to cart in 30 days, liked Instagram shop, the product posts in the last 180 days. So almost 60% of the spend is going to essentially a retargeting audience and not a new audience. And the focus is prospecting for new customer acquisition. So that's another thing that's affecting this campaign, that's making it less incremental. And essentially what happens when you include view throughs if you use the default 7-day click, 1-day view and include view through attribution in your settings. So I'm basically going to pause this campaign and launch a new version using 7-day click only. And I'm going to see the breakdown of this. Does it increase the volume of 7-day click conversions? And then also, what is the split between the spend for the new versus engaged audience? Okay, second scenario. If overall your view through conversion across the account are over 30 or 40%, you're going to have a problem. So in this case, you can see this was for January to the middle of March of this year for this ad account that was using the default settings on 7-day click, 1-day view. So out of the 4,500 conversions, close to 1,800 were 1-day view, and kind of the same situation. We were increasing spend and not seeing any impact on actual revenue and specifically new customer revenue. So we decided to switch the attribution to 7-day click only from the middle of March. So what I want to show you here is just the way the volume of conversions, specifically click conversions, increased dramatically. What's cool is you can still see the breakdown between view and click conversions. But in the second view, it doesn't mean that Facebook's optimizing for the view conversions, even though it's showing you the results by the breakdown. But in this case, because it was the default, it's actually optimizing for 1-day views, which, as we know, usually isn't the most incremental. So I'll just change the dates to when you switch the window, and you can see, yeah, the huge increase in clicks. I think before it was like about 2,500 and essentially double the volume of 7-day click conversions, which is awesome. Okay, and the third and last scenario where I'm actually going to say you should use 7-day click and 1-day view, the default setting. In some cases, like in this ad account where there's a ton of video creative, specifically Reels on creative that does well on TikTok that we're using for Reels only. So we get a lot of delivery in the Reels and story placements, which sometimes if you remove the view conversions, the view throughs, that it'll probably skew the spend more to Facebook feed, Instagram feed, that has a higher likelihood for clicking since stories and Reels is more view-based consumption. But in this case, it's also a smaller spend account. So this is for the entire year from January to about May. So not a super high spend account, but I'm still comfortable with this where there's only around 25% view conversions. Most of them are between a 1-day click and 7-day click. And it's working. We're seeing great success with running this attribution setting. So I wouldn't really need to change it right now, but maybe kind of as we scale up spend, or definitely if there's a sale running and, you want to make sure you're hitting people who are going to be the most incremental to drive new customer acquisition, I might do a 1-day click or 7-day click only. But for the evergreen campaigns right now, it's working to use the default setting.